my theory, the killer is Richard Allen, who hid in plain sight for over 5 years, until someone brave enough came forward. Heroes come in all shapes, forms, and sizes. Richard Allen has no alibi. 150 pages of a Frank's memo, no alibi. In letters and communications, he never once professes his innocence to murdering 2 young children. Richard Allen is our guy. An unknown history of violence against women, but he sure acted creepy at Walmart, according to several workers. Number 2 is Keegan Kline. Keegan Kline would catfish girls, making them think he was a younger boy, sending images back and forth. He would then sell those quote-unquote busted out accounts to people, mainly older and creepier gentlemen. The links are everywhere and they're vast. Here's just a shot from the leaked index files sent to Brandon Woodhouse.
Down the hill.
Down the hill. It's a tough one.
They screwed it up so bad that I don't think their bills is on.
What do you think they screwed up?
Their investigation.
What'd they do?
Concentrated on people who didn't do anything too much.
Number 3, yeah, him. I don't believe he was a bridge guy. I don't believe he even tried to go across the bridge anymore. I don't believe he knew anything about this before, but somehow after he came across the scene, and I don't know if he tried to contaminate it or think the police would blame him, but somehow he is somehow involved after the fact. Number 4, and certainly most controversial, is a prominent local, out of prison and still alive. His only help was after the fact, helping contaminate and or stage the scene, cover the bodies. He had intimate knowledge, and I do believe he was one of the searchers. So interview Keegan Kline, somehow catfishes, and again, I think it's not Libby, it's Abby, on some device, phone, tablet, something. He then sells the information to the login to Richard Allen online. I don't know if he ever met him. I don't think Keegan Kline's hands-on with this at all. It's not his way. He's a voyeur. He likes to watch. Allen gets them to meet. He doesn't know Libby's going to be there. He approaches them early on in the trail. They somehow accost him or in his mind, do something to him to make him angry. He follows them, sees the coast is clear. Libby gets the worst of it because she ruins the sick fantasy that he has. He's going to try to convince Abby, even though he's not the young kid she thinks he is. He's a caring guy or whatever. I think he's under the influence of alcohol at the time. And then what happens. Afterwards, the scene is helped staged by this prominent local and friend of his. And I do think Ron Logan at some point encounters the scene. And as I showed you before, he does ask his cousin Nolf to account for both times. Not just the time of the murders, but the time going to the transfer station also. I don't think Ron Logan had anything to do with the setting up of the crime. He's not bridge guy. But something at the scene, something he didn't report. I don't know if he contaminated it somehow or did something to that effect. But he somehow is linked to this crime and forever will be. I have one more episode in this series, tying up all the loose ends and answering any questions you have. Let me know what you think, peeps, whether you agree or disagree with me.